Yo, 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 what's good, everybody? It's your boy Tay. This is the Influence Channel. Today, I want to give you my experience as a stay at home dad. All right. Now, as a stay at home dad, again, I lost my job a day before my son was born. A day before my son was born. And since then, I've been a stay at home dad. I don't even know how to explain it. Like, after 4 months, 5 months, I'm thinking I'm going to get back to work. And I didn't know that, nah, you got to do this another 10 months. You feel me? Like another 11 months, 12 months, or whatever like that. So it's like, it was a humbling experience. And shout out to the stay at home moms. It's a job. It is a job. And I think even for me, I say it was humbling because there were many times I felt inadequate. Many times I prayed and asked God, yo, God, please just let me get a job. Let my wife be here because she'll handle these things much better than me. You know, um, I remember when my son was throwing up, um, I almost broke down and cried because that was the moment I was like, yo, God, I can't do this no more. I don't want to see my son like this. Like, I don't want to. And I'm running around trying to figure out, yo, what happened? Let me get his medicine. Let me get the anti nausea medicine and try to help him out with that. Then I would give it to him and he would throw up more. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? I just want this to stop. You know, that was a bad time. That was a bad time. We found out like soy was messing him up, taking him on doctor visits. My experience as a stay at home dad also, I would say, was a time I feel like God was trying to get me to redefine manhood, being a man, being a dad, being a father. Like for some it is like you go ahead, you go to work, you bring home the money. You know what I'm saying? But for some that's not the case. And I got to experience being at home, holding down the fort, cooking, cleaning, watch my son, take him to the park, um, clean him up. I actually love putting his fits on. Like when I really want him to step out, pop out and show, I like doing that. Um, but the level of patience that is required is a lot. I also see, I also saw myself really relating to women, which didn't feel good, because I'm like, dang, like, am I even a man anymore? But I understood how women feel as far as like, okay, I'm at home, I'm watching the kids. And mind you, I only got one, but I'm at home, I'm watching the kids. Now my husband coming home and he's trying to be all up on me because he got sexual needs and desires. Because this job is not I'm clocking at 8, I'm done by 5. No, this job is 24/7. And then because I'm home, my wife, you know, like she's off on the weekends. I'm not off on the weekend. My jank keep going. You know what I'm saying? My only real break is when my son goes to sleep. Then I could really go ahead and try to get myself together. But then my wife, she might want to spend some time with me. And I understand how women feel like I don't have energy. I'm tired. I've been with the needy kids all day and now you trying to be hugging up on me because you want some sex. Because you want some us time and stuff. But I'm like, yo, I just want to go to bed. And many times I find myself like that where I'm like, yo, I just want to go to sleep. Or I want to be by myself. I want to do something for me. I want to just play my game and clock out. I remember one time another way I related to women. Yo, I don't even know why this popped up in my head. There was a time um I went into the bathroom to change my son, and this bathroom was a travesty. I was so mad. And I remember in my head, I was like, ugh, men. like, yo, I was so mad. I'm like, yo, what are we doing in here? I need to change my son. The changing table's a mess. The bathroom is filthy. Like, I'm not changing my son in here. So, I remember that. But back to my other point about it requiring a lot of patience. It was tough for me because it was patience that I am not a patient person. But I had to be with my son because there were things he would want to do, I would tell him not to do this, but he's gonna do it anyway. You know, it requires patience, grace, understanding, a lot of usas, a lot of praying where I'm like, yo, God, I would pray and ask God, Lord, help me to be the best husband and father I can be. My wife has needs. My son has needs. Sometimes I don't have a cup full to give to them. So when my cup is low, Holy Spirit, fill my cup up. Let it run over so that I can give my family what they need. It was humbling. It was humbling. And I'm like, dang, like I don't want this no more. I want to be out in the field. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny, like I might miss it once I'm out in the field. You know, once I'm out at work and clocking in and doing what I gotta do. Um, but I don't even know how to explain it. I did a video talking about the three struggles that I faced as a stay-at-home dad. One of them was identity. Like I said, I didn't feel like a man. The second one was faith. My faith was up and down, a lot of up and down. Um, and then thirdly was serving. And I said serving because, like I said, it's 24/7. It don't stop just because my wife came home. My wife come home, I gotta get dinner ready. It was like a lot of that stuff. Like, I tried structuring things, but sometimes the structure brought me stress because I'm like, yo, I, I can't. My son is wild, not wild, but like he's gonna want to be here, and then he's gonna want to be here, and then he's gonna want to do that, and it's like create a space for that. That's fine, but me, I'm structured. I like routine. And sometimes I would get upset that routine was broken, but it's like it's not a big deal, you know. Um, but that was one thing I've loved. Like as a stay-at-home dad, you get to see a child grow, and I've cherished those moments. There were times me and me and my wife, we like I said in the other video, we had to flip flop. So it was times that I felt bad that I'm home because my wife want to be home, and I would say it brought tension on our marriage, arguments and back and forth and bickering, the envy or jealousy, and that's where the enemy was trying to attack us. And I thank God that he helped us to stay united. He helped us to stay together. Um, and definitely, on the back end, the back half of me being home, I would say it got much better because we started focusing on um, God has us here. It's not Dante, you can't get a job, or it stopped being this and it started being more prayers, and it started being more patience, and let's not. This is not your fault. This is not my fault. Sometimes it will happen, but like I told him, like it's not me. It's not something I'm doing. You know, I would put my job applications in and all of that. It's out of my hands after that. That's just the truth. But we kept praying. Um, I definitely kept praying because I knew it's all I had. God literally took whatever I don't want to say whatever I valued, but he all I had was family and faith. That's basically it. We on one income. All I have is family and faith. I had to watch my bank account dwindle, 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 the savings account dwindle, 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 and I felt bad. I'm like, dang, like I'm not contributing in my best way possible. Like, yeah, I'm a stay at home dad. I make sure my family is fed. I make sure chores is done, groceries is done. Like, I made sure my wife didn't have to really lift a finger for none of that stuff. But I still felt like it wasn't enough. I wanted to work. I wanted my wife to be in my position. But only God knows the real reason why it had to be this way. And I know he knows what's best. So we trusted in that. But I would definitely say I valued the time, and I know I'm gonna miss my son as far as the moments and taking him to the park and all of that. I'm gonna still do what I can, but now I think we're gonna flip flop. We're gonna flip flop. Now my wife is gonna get what she want. I'm gonna get what I want, and then we're gonna see what happens with that. And hopefully we not praying and asking the Lord, yo, flip flop it back. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, I would say it was a humbling experience, man. Waking up, making my wife's breakfast, getting my son's bottles ready, then cleaning the bottles, a lot of dishes being done throughout the day. Um and then he gets older, helping him eat these new foods, dealing with the anxiety of that, like, oh Lord, what can he eat? What can he eat? The frustrations of, he has allergies, and it's like, yo, we can't even feed him the good food. So making dinner, it was stressful, has been stressful too, because I'm like, I gotta make two separate dinners. I gotta make something for him that he can eat, and then I gotta figure out some crap for me and my wife. So it's like it was a lot, bro. It is exhausting. So fellas, I'm a stay at home dad, but put some respect on your wife if she's a stay at home wife. She's a stay at home mom. Don't disrespect it. It's a lot of work, and especially if y'all got more than one kid, it's work. It's work, and it might not be like a physical job, but on the mind, it's exhausting because your brain is always trying to make sure that they good. And then here come you coming through the door and stuff, and don't let you be horny. Now you all up on your wife, and she like, yo, get off of me. Your kids have been getting on my nerves all day, and you think I'm trying. I'm gonna leave it alone, bro. I'm telling you, bro, this journey is crazy. I'm not saying my wife was like that on me, but I just get it. I get it. I get it. And I don't even think I was all that great at it. I mean, I try to keep the house clean, keep my family fed, take my son out. Just I wanted to alleviate like pressure, or I'm home, so my wife shouldn't be coming home feeling like she clocked into another job. She should just come home and be mom. And you know, I'm grateful I got to do that. Um, I feel like there's more to say, but if y'all looking for more, get in the comments and let me know. Ask questions, and I'll make videos based off those questions about what it was like. Um, Check out the 3 struggles video, 3 struggles of being a stay-at-home dad, and I keep it a stack with you about those things and get more in depth as to what those struggles were. But I would definitely say, all in all, the experience was humbling. It was humbling. So anyway, man, y'all stay up, stay blessed, peace and love, and may the Lord be with you.